quarterback Andrew Luck of the Indianapolis Colts is officially retiring from the National Football League. Yeah. Now, let me repeat myself in case you missed it. Andrew Luck, according to ESPN, is retiring from the National Football League, presumably in the prime of his career, or coming off of what was one of the prime seasons of his career, at the ripe young age of 29 years old. The man that was supposed to be the heir apparent to Peyton Manning. The man that was supposed to be the next great quarterback of this generation. And a man who's had some awesome seasons, but has been maligned, plagued, brought down by injuries, has finally said he has had enough. I'm going to straight up read these tweets here from Adam Schefter of ESPN. Filed to ESPN. Andrew Luck has informed the Colts he is retiring from the NFL per source. There will be a press conference Sunday to make it official, but Luck is mentally worn down and now checking out. Andrew Luck has already met with Colts owner Jim Irsay to tell him that he is retiring per source. Jacoby Brissett is Indianapolis' new starting quarterback. Andrew Luck is 29 years old and ready to move on from the NFL. And on top of that, as if there's not enough bad news for football fans, there's another tweet here that says, Texans fear running back Lamar Miller tore his ACL per source. So, if you think this preseason's been rough with concussions and injuries and things of that nature all going on and all the controversy with Jay-Z and everything else, well, I think it just got a lot worse because the NFL lost one of its brightest stars, well, at least as of Sunday. They are losing one of their brightest freaking superstars in Andrew Luck, and this is just crazy to think about. I mean, Andrew Luck, of course, didn't play all of 2017. Came back in 2018, put up some damn good numbers, 31 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Back in 2014, he threw for 40 touchdowns. Hell of a playoff performer as well. You know, a guy that helped lead the Indianapolis Colts to the AFC Championship game at one point. He was a guy that had the miracle comeback against the Kansas City Chiefs when they were down 3 touchdowns. And here he is, 4-time Pro Bowler, was an NFL touchdown leader. Amazing comeback player in 2018, and now he's retiring. Now, I know that the Colts signed him to a massive extension a few years ago. I don't know how that works, if he's supposed to, pay him back, if he's got to pay Jim Irsay back and the Colts back or what. But I'm just shocked here, and it just goes to show you that, you can't put a price on happiness. You can't put a price on health. I think more money definitely, helps you when you have health issues and everything. Now, from what I understand, there's nothing concussion related, but we heard in the preseason and before that, his calf's bothering him. Then he had like a mysterious arm injury. And he's going to be playing, or he's going to be ready, for the start of the season. And now he's retiring. This is unfreaking believable. Seriously. And look, I don't want to kick a team while they're down in the Indianapolis Colts, but for years we have been rightfully killing the New England Patriots for withholding information, right? From saying, Tom Brady's hurt, maybe he's not hurt, or, he may play, or questionable, to be determined, blah, blah, blah. They allegedly hit a concussion that Tom Brady had, according to his own wife. And they rightfully get killed by the media for that. But the Colts, for years, have been saying, he's fine. He might come back. This, that. And for Andrew Luck to say, you know what, man, I am done. I mean, that's just sad. That's just sad because this is by all accounts a guy who I think personally was well on his way to the Hall of Fame. This is a guy who was a first-round draft pick, first overall pick. Who would have thought that Andrew Luck would be retiring before fellow draft classmate Robert Griffin III, who was damn near done himself? This is just unbelievably sad. And I know it's early to speculate. We don't know everything. I'm sure he's going to say all the right things in front of the media, especially because this press conference is being held by the Colts. And, I did hear about how, he had some tomfoolery as well that maybe led to one of the injuries. But I don't know, man. To me, I think a lot of blame does have to go to the Colts. I've never seen a great player, at least not in recent years. We joke around about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, but I think Andrew Luck, more than Aaron Rodgers, I've never seen a guy be so damn talented, be surrounded by such crap, at least in the modern era. Okay, I'm 30 years old. I don't know. It's probably, if I go further back, maybe I can find other examples. But such a great quarterback. Let's just think of the quarterbacks. There was Barry Sanders, of course, on the helpless Lions. But like in terms of great quarterbacks, okay, few quarterbacks have been surrounded with less talent than Andrew Luck. Now, with all due respect to the Indianapolis Colts, they've been consistent, I think, overachievers over the years. And there's a lot of talent that they have, but a lot of undrafted talent. Hell, I just interviewed their long snapper, Luke Rhodes, who used to be their linebacker, converted to long snapper. He's the best and now highest paid long snapper in the league. And he told me literally just a couple weeks ago that he's so happy to have Andrew Luck back, that, this is the Colts' year. They feel like this is really their year. And now, Andrew Luck ain't even on the team. Andrew Luck ain't even going to play. Andrew Luck is retired. Now, look, football retirements are a lot like pro wrestling retirements, a lot like boxing and MMA retirements. A guy retires, and they eventually come back. But here's the thing with Andrew Luck. Does he want to come back with the Colts? Because as I mentioned, he's a great player that has not been surrounded with a whole lot of talent over the years. On top of that, Jim Irsay, he's a guy that's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, to say the very least. On top of that, I recall reading earlier this year that the Colts had the most cap space in the entire league that they didn't bother spending. So think about that. Imagine being Andrew Luck, busting your ass for his team, getting murdered every freaking season, putting your body through hell. And granted, all the players put themselves through hell, but Andrew Luck, other than maybe Cam Newton and a few select other guys in terms of the quarterback position, has taken so many damn hits, so much freaking punishment. And I think he's looking around. He's like, wait a minute. So I got to carry this team again? He's probably looking at his bank account, and I'm making some assumptions here, and saying, you know what? I got money, okay? But I don't have my health right now. I got to get that back, and we'll see what happens. And maybe this is a power play. Maybe he says, you know what? F Jim Irsay. F this team. We're not going to go anywhere long term. I'm going to retire. I'm going to heal my body for like another year, like he did last time. And I'm going to force a buyout, force a trade, something or another, and go somewhere else. And as for the Colts, who the hell knows? I mean, they had 1 year with Jacoby Brissett before. It didn't go so well. I am high on Jacoby Brissett. I think he's a really solid starting quarterback. But, I don't know if he can pull this team out of the doldrums. I mean, look, it's not all his fault. I think he's talented, and he was a guy that I personally didn't want to see leave the New England system. I was actually interested to see him hang around New England for a while, and if Tom Brady ever eventually retires or falls off, it could have been cool to see him, step into the driver's seat there. But, yeah, I mean, look, you could have Jacoby Brissett. You could have Jacoby Ellsbury. You could have, Jacoby from Papa Roach, whoever. The reality is that team already had an uphill battle with Andrew Luck. Without Andrew Luck, holy freaking doodle squad. Wow. And Big Mike says, well, I guess we'll tank for Trevor Lawrence. I guess y'all will. I guess y'all will. But for those people that drafted Andrew Luck in their fantasy league, I'm sorry. For Colts fans, I'm sorry. For Andrew Luck, honestly, I know he made a lot of money, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry to see you go, man. I'm sorry to see this team crumble in a heap. And, I guess maybe it's what Jim Irsay deserves. I don't know. But it's really sad to see, whether you're a Colts fan or not, to see a great player, I guess before this offseason, in the prime of their career, voluntarily shut it down. It's just crazy to me. It's sad, and who knows? What does that say about football? What does that say about the game of football? Them trying to make it safer, if everything's okay. We got these new helmets. We got this. We got that. We're taking precautions. There's concussion protocol. We're doing all we can here. And then when their biggest, brightest stars at the most important position in the game retires at 29. Wow. Folks, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this update, like, share, take care, subscribe, enable notifications on YouTube and Facebook for more updates like this. Whew. I'm going to go reevaluate my fantasy draft because I got some tweaking to do.